crisis management. How do I deal with this stuff? I'm a chiropractor. I don't know about human resources. This is the classic situation that we hear over and over and over from our clients. They've been trained as chiropractors. They're great docs. They know their trade. They know how to take care of people. They know how to help them heal. They know how to apply that to their practice. But what they don't have is human resources training. So what do you do when you have a situation and an associate doc is getting into massive conflict with your team? And or we can switch that around in any other situation. How do you manage that? Well, let me tell you, if you don't manage it effectively, it can absolutely lead to massive blow up in your practice, and it can cause people to be extremely upset. You can see people leave, and honestly, that's a massive blow to your business, because that momentum and energy that it takes out of it takes a long time to recover from. So let's go through some step-by-step process so that we can hopefully help you figure out how to avoid the conflicts between potential team members and or your associates. So let's talk about number one. Number one is to recognize the signs of conflict. So you've got to do this early, because we've got to understand when you see these things erupting, you want to nip them in the bud as quickly as possible so they don't steamroll and they don't evolve. So this could be simple things like, the cold shoulder. It could be people getting pretty upset with each other. You can hear it verbally, or you can see people starting to avoid each other. So little things like this are pretty telltale signs that there's a conflict brewing, and that you want to make sure that you hopefully take action to nip that in the bud right away. Do some team building exercises. Make sure you're having team meetings. What? You're not having team meetings? Okay. Get team meetings. There's more videos about all of that in our YouTube channel, so check it out. One of the second most important thing is, if there's an incident, you need to take action immediately post-incident, okay? You've got to take action. As a leader, you're responsible for the outcomes in your practice, and as a leader, you need to set the tone and take action immediately. What does that tell your team? It tells them that you're on the ball and you care, okay? And that you will do whatever it takes to make sure you restore order and create an environment that everybody wants to come and work in, okay? So that's number two. Number three, you've got to seek to understand the underlying issues. So always ensure that you seek the why. There's always a deeper why, because what we'll hear initially is the he said, she said, blame game, all those things. And that's normal, right? That's normal. You're going to get that. But what you want to do is practice the art of communication and really go deeper. Figure out the why behind it, because there's always a why behind these situations. It could have been somebody upset me or embarrassed me or whatever. And that's kind of created a chain of resentment and frustration. So get down to the root cause, because that is so critical, okay? Communication steps are number 4. How effectively do you communicate with your team? Is this one-on-one? Is this bringing the parties together and kind of mediating, brokering a discussion? That's, in my experience, has always been the best way to kind of seek to understand the why, and then broker the agreement between the two parties so that you can resolve it amicably, create a plan afterwards. So this would be item number 5, okay? Create a policy or a plan afterwards so you can implement to avoid these types of things in the future. HR is not easy, gang. It's one of the hardest things you can deal with in a healthcare practice. Follow some of those steps to check it out. There's certainly lots of extra guidance on each one of those topics on our site, and certainly, that's what we help out with coaching all the time, is how do we manage an effective office so that we can create an environment that's inspired, fun, and also inclusive, safe, and everybody's comfortable and happy and communicates well with each other. You want to know more about how to do that? Look us up. We'd be happy to chat.